From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth. Back at the bar, back at Tommy Max. We're talking business right here in Jayville, brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, the Wealth Advisory Team of Bruss Nutter and Ponte Vedra, and new to the program, the Southern Grill on the South Bank. Go check out that great restaurant. Wally Conway is back from Home Pro Inspections. Arthur Hairston from North Florida Behavior Consultants, and Brent Durbin from First Coast Hurricane Shutters. Let's start with Wally. How are you, my man?
I'm marvelous.
I should have took a breath, I think. I'm out of practice.
That's all right. I'll talk for a minute.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're looking good, man.
I feel strong.
Business good?
Business is wonderful.
I keep hearing the housing market is tinkering back down. Are you seeing that, or what are you seeing?
It's not down. It's just different.
Tinkering.
Yeah, things shift a little bit. They pivot a little bit.
Yeah.
Think of it as a normalization.
Good.
It's all good.
I think so, too, because some pricing, like even at the beach, you're like, really? Like $850 for that? Like
21% we saw as an annual appreciation. That's not sustainable. So we'll go back to 3 or 6 with a little bump in the middle. We're all fine.
Good.
It's good.
Good. Great to have you here. Arthur Hairston, how are you, my man?
Hey, I'm doing
Welcome
good.
back.
Thank you.
What's the latest? Tell us what's going on.
What's going on so far with our company is we're starting to see a need for the older boys to receive these mental health services, especially within the foster care system. So my wife made a decision that she's going to start a nonprofit, Strive Youth and Family Services. And we're going to open up a group home and build out a campus where these boys can receive the services.
What are we talking, like high school age?
High school age is 12 to 17, so about that middle school. You're just trying to prepare them for the transition out of the system.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Are you just in the initial planning stage?
Initial planning, if everything goes well, is supposed to close on the house and the property. It's about 4 acres. Cool. So we can get that going Monday.
I would think you get some good grant money for that from the state or the city or both. Or
that is what we're looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a great thing.
How many boys are going to be able to serve right out of the chute?
Out of the chute, the house is for 6 boys.
Okay. Great. Good. Very good. Yeah. That's awesome. You know, Lonnie Marks with his level playing field, we're going to connect him. He's doing very similar things, right? We connect people on this show, Wally. That's what we do. Awesome. Brent, how are you, man? First
I'm doing
Coast
fantastic.
Hurricane Shutters.
Sir. Absolutely.
That's your company. You've owned it for a few years. How's it going?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we 3 years old, constant growth. Obviously, hurricane protection. It's hurricane season, so we're pretty busy. We've had a lot of growth in retractable screen market and doing some other services as well. So that's a very.
Were you always into that kind of space, or was that a new venture? Or
it's interesting.
What's your story?
I used to work in the commercial insurance space. I just kind of hated it, to be honest. Didn't enjoy talking about kind of your worst day.
Yeah, sure.
And I found a partner who was an expert in this, and we've grown pretty rapidly, and I have the parts and pieces to kind of hide my faults, right? So it's great. It's really good.
How does it with the insurance companies? How does that? Is that easy for guys like you to set up? Is it hard to set up? What's the deal?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. So, obviously protecting your home, there's some benefits to that. You get a wind mitigation done and things of that nature.
There's
Right.
Exactly. There can be pretty significant credits for installing some of our protection. So, we work pretty close in tandem. The code requires it in certain areas. It's a great. The insurance market, housing market, it's up, it's high, it's all expensive. And that's good news for us because we can help you save on that stuff.
So this may be a really dumb question, but I am a linebacker and a bartender. Are they hurricane proof? Like, can you make a hurricane proof shutter?
You can to a degree.
Okay.
So
like 120 miles.
Exactly.
Exactly. Look at those shutters. They look great.
We make that joke.
There, suspended in air.
We make that joke all the time. So the shutter may be rated for a Cat 5 wind speed, but your home might only be Category 3.
Gotcha.
Just because the building codes here in the state of Florida. But we're going to get you through it the best that anything could.
Yeah, they do a lot of good things besides just the hurricane, particularly second homeowners, say out at the beach.
Okay.
You're going back and forth behind houses, you just button it up and you're totally secure. And then remotely you can open it up,
Wow.
anything you like.
That's
It's-
cool.
Yeah. So one way I like to put it, you think of like a doomsday prepper or something where they have just like these shut down automatic doors where everything's metal and enclosed. You know, we have that smartphone operated. You can be out of town.
Is that your software? Did you?
We're a third party installer,
Okay.
so
All
we
right,
work with the best. I don't pretend to be that you know.
That's all right.
I'm a football guy. I'm not the brainiac behind the system, but you know, we get in front of people and we make it happen.
That's
So,
great. Football season about to start. Are you a football fan?
Oh, absolutely.
Jags?
Yeah. Oh, gotta be.
Yeah?
Of course. Yeah. Jacksonville
All right.
native for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
love it,
Very
yeah.
cool, man. That's going to be awesome. I think they're going to have a good year.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the growth of not only the team, the new coach, Trevor.
Yeah.
Exciting time to be a
I'll
Jackson.
tell you this. I went to practice the other day. Crisp, no lollygagging, a lot of energy, a lot of movement, speed. I like the way Doug Peterson runs a practice. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
no,
All
absolutely.
right, Arthur. So we're going to open this home. We're going to be able to house 6 boys. So I'm assuming do you have extra land to maybe build another structure on the property, or what's
just under 4 acres.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we got lucky enough that was already zoned to put more on there. So we're going to start off just with this home, but then we're going to be looking to build other homes on there and build out a campus so we can service more boys. And if we do a custom home, which I'll be reaching out to him over here, we can then make it to how we need to, because the process was hard finding a house. Because some of the homes, the kitchen might have been bigger than it needs to be, but they took away from some of the rooms that had a certain space size.
Bunch of teenage boys, you need more bedrooms and a bigger kitchen so they can sleep small and eat large.
big yard to run it all off. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Well, that's exciting, man. What about as far as bringing in the right therapist? How's challenging?
So one
is
of the
that?
things, of course, I'll be doing the behavioral health services through my company, but then just through my connections, making sure that they need the psychiatrist, psychologist, maybe certain nurses, if they need that kind of help, we can just start pulling them into there. And then my wife, having her background with the school system, she knows the right educational people to bring in for help to make sure that they're learning what they need to learn.
Good. Well, you got an inspector, you got a gutter man. What else?
I said it's
shutter
perfect.
man.
Yeah. No worries.
Sorry, shutter.
I know a gutter guy
what?
too.
Yeah,
I know.
so
Let's put that
we
together.
put it all together. We can put a whole
I'm ready to
building
invest in
team
that.
together.
If we can help, man.
The Horse's Mouth building team. Let's go.
Watch out.
Well, fellas, thanks for being here, man. Really, I always
Absolutely.
enjoy talking to new and old faces, and always a good time right here at the Horse's Mouth. At Tommy Max. All right, hey, if you like these kind of conversations, go check out more at IWantABuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe out there and be cool. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at the bar, back at Tommy Max. Brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, the Bruss Nutter Wealth Advisory Team in Ponte Vedra Beach, and new to the program, the Southern Grill right there on the South Bank. Wally Conway is back from Home Pro Inspections, and we also have Natasha Lamb from Calm Cues LLC. Let's meet the panel. How are you, Wal?
I feel calm.
Yeah, I do.
A sense of calm has come
All of a
over
sudden,
me
out of
since
nowhere.
I sat down, I feel calm.
That's good. It's good to
wonderful.
feel calm.
I'm at
Yes.
peace. I'm at peace.
Being at
Yes,
peace is a great
absolutely.
thing.
Yes,
Natasha,
it is.
welcome.
Yes,
How are
Tom,
you?
I'm doing fine.
I'm so glad
to
you're
be
here.
Thank you so
Tell
much.
us about Calm Cues LLC. You've been a therapist for a long time, but this
Yes.
is a somewhat new venture for you. Tell us about it.
Yes. So given all of the violence that's happening in schools and restaurants and grocery stores, I figure we've got to do something to educate people on what to do if they are confronted with a crisis situation. So we've developed Calm Cues for Crisis.
Okay.
And this is a guide on what to do if you're confronted with someone in a crisis situation.
Okay.
It is the mental aspect of, okay, what should I be thinking? What should I be focusing on to not react to the person negatively and then cause things to escalate even further?
Right.
There's also
Okay.
Calm Cues for Self, which is how to manage anxiety and stress.
Okay. Oh, I
so
like that. Yeah,
so this
that's
is
cool.
checking in with self and going through each letter of the acronym and Calm Cues to help calm itself. And
Okay,
yes.
very good. I mean, anxiety is big. I have 3
Yes.
daughters. They're all, they all have anxiety. I think
Yes.
it's just part of life.
Right.
But it is huge, and it can affect people. Like just shut them down. Like
Absolutely,
crazy.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
productivity and work and schools,
Yep.
quality of work. And so it's really important to be able to manage those symptoms on a daily basis.
So I don't know if you ever think about this, but like I do a lot of grocery shopping, and when I'm in the grocery store, you're gonna think I'm really ridiculous for this, but I think about, like, if someone came in with a gun,
Yeah.
I'm grabbing a can, like I'm whipping stuff
Yeah,
at them, and I got a
right.
good arm, and I hope I catch you, because if I catch you, you're in big trouble.
Yes.
But what else are you gonna do? I don't. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's so many situations.
So many
like that.
situations, which
Yeah.
I was getting to my question, like every situation's different, whether you're in school or
Yes.
you're a grocery store, you're out in the open, or
Road rage.
Yes.
road rage.
Crazy people
Yes.
in their cars.
That's ridiculous.
Right, exactly.
Why are people so mad at the wheel?
Oh, I know.
I'm never
And
mad.
that's
I'm really
dangerous.
not. I might say some internal stuff like, man, get the hell out of the way. But I don't
Right.
even honk unless it's really, really necessary.
I always
Some
leave
people are-
early.
That's a good solution. Yes.
But no, seriously,
Yeah.
like de-escalating that. You can
Right.
totally de-escalate.
Yes, very much. It's
Unless
all
you're the
about where
bad
the focus
person, that's
is. And a lot of times people focus on what's being said and they get offended and take things personally. And
Yep.
it's not about that. There's a high display of emotion that's occurring.
Yep.
And it's most important to react to that.
Would you
Yeah.
categorize throwing a can in a grocery store as de-escalating? I'm
That's
just not sure how
survival
to work.
Diffusing the situation. The difference. Diffusing.
Survival at that point.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
right. But it's funny you say that. So, like, I remember, not anymore today, but when I was young
Mm-hmm.
and playing and in shape, there are plenty of times that I'd walk into a place and
Yeah.
I'd totally be looked over by some dude that wants to see if I'm going to look back and give that
Yeah,
stupid,
sizing you up.
who's
Yeah.
tougher, look,
Yes.
like, look at me, I'm tougher. No, you're not, I am.
Right.
That kind of stuff. But you just don't pay attention to it. You
Yes.
diffuse that situation, right?
And it's so important to know what to do.
Yeah.
And our kids are getting ready to go back to school.
I know,
and,
I know.
what happened in Texas,
Yes.
that happened
Terrible.
right at the end of the school year.
Yep.
And, it's so much better to be just prepared because we
Yep.
just never know.
Right.
Yeah.
So how can people find you? How can they help you? What can the horse's mouth do for you?
People can find us at calmcuesbyperspectives.com.
By perspectives.com. Okay.
I'm also on LinkedIn as Natasha Lamb, LCSWQS.
Okay.
And basically Facebook. And
Great.
the information to contact us to be able to offer these services to students, teachers, and businesses is on
Great.
our site.
Great. Well, best of luck. You're doing some really great work. The Lord's work, right? We got to
Yes.
protect each other.
Exactly.
Our kids, everybody. That's what
Absolutely.
everyone should be walking around without any fear of, losing their life today. Just from
Right.
being in a
Where you're
grocery
supposed to be.
store or a
Yeah.
school where you're supposed to be.
Right.
All right. Well, all the best to you. Thanks for being
Yes,
here.
thank
All right,
you, Tom. I
Natasha,
appreciate
you're always
it.
classic. You leave early, do you?
I'd leave early. That
Yeah.
avoids all stress.
It does. It does. That's the way to de-escalate. Just leave
Yeah.
the situation.
If you
Take the
can.
escalator.
That's right. Exactly. Get out of Dodge. No doubt about it. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Always, man, I tell you, we meet some of the best people here in Jacksonville. That's what this show's about, highlighting Jacksonville and all the great people doing great things, just like Natasha is doing out there as well. Hey, if you like these kind of conversations, go check out more at iwannabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at the bar, back at Tommy Max. We're talking business today. Brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, the wealth advisory team of Bruss Nutter and Ponte Vedra Beach, and new to the program, the Southern Grill, right there on Flagler Avenue on the South Bank. Some of the best Southern cooking you've ever had in this city. Today on this segment, we got Daniel Bean is here. He's a return visitor, of course, from Abel Bean Law Firm, and Jim Guarnera from New World Medical. Let's get into it with the panel. Daniel, how are you, my man?
Good, sir. How
Good
are
to
you?
see you. What's the latest?
And we're just working hard.
How's
chopping
the-
wood,
how's
chopping
the
wood.
ship? How's the
is
ship doing?
fantastic.
Yeah?
The warship is great. We got folks coming down, volunteers. It's done what we wanted it to do.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you very much.
And is that where that's permanently the location?
It's permanently for now, but
Okay.
we'll have to move at some point.
You will have to move.
Yeah.
Any Are there multiple options, or
There's
what's
just
the
really
story?
one option. We'll move a little bit toward the stadium.
Okay.
In the shipyards
Yeah,
west.
yeah,
right?
that sounds like a good
It'll
spot.
be fine. It'll be fine. We have the Firehouse Museum, and
Okay.
it'll be good for people like Jim and his family to come downtown.
Yeah, yeah, restaurant and all types of stuff.
Exactly.
Can't wait. Fantastic.
You'll be able to
Great
spend the night on it.
Oh, we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
We'll
And you
have
can
a
do the
horse's
show
mouth
from it.
from
Yes,
there and
yes,
then spend
yeah,
the night.
yes,
How about
right,
that?
right.
All right.
I'm taking that as an invite as well.
That's
That's
absolutely.
right. Jim, welcome to the show,
Thank
man.
you.
Good
How
Good
you
to be
doing?
here. I'm doing great.
Old Rutgers
Yes, sir.
foe.
Yeah.
Formidable foe, right?
Yeah, we were talking about the first Big East game ever,
That's
which I
right.
believe Rutgers won. Yeah.
You did win. You did
Yeah,
win.
we did
20
win
to
that one.
13, I think.
Something like that,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I had like 25 tackles.
Unbelievable.
That was
All
my
over the
first
field.
start.
Was it?
My first full-time start. My dad got to see me play, and him and all his old buddies from the 40s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I was
it
on the
was
sidelines for that one. That was my first
You
year.
played
my
defensive
first
end?
I did, yeah.
And you're from Jersey?
New York. Long
New York,
Island,
oh, Long Island. Okay. And you've been down here about 7 years, is that
yeah.
correct?
A little over, yeah.
All right, great.
Best move
man.
of our life.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
All right, tell what's New World Medical? What's that?
So New World Medical is a small privately owned medical device company, and we work in the world of glaucoma surgery.
Okay.
So we work with ophthalmologists that do glaucoma and cataract surgeries,
Okay.
and we provide them with different types of medical device to help them to treat glaucoma and slow the progression of the disease.
Instead of the drops, my mother, I told you off air, my mother lost an eye to
Yeah.
glaucoma. She has glaucoma. It's in the family. But instead of the drops, or do they work in?
So they work in
Coordination.
tandem, but the goal of surgery is to try to reduce the medication burden.
Okay.
So you hope that you could reduce the amount of drops that somebody has to use by
Mm-hmm.
doing the surgeries. But, glaucoma is one of these things, it's not going to go away. You just hope to contain it and slow it down.
Right.
So
Right.
as they move along, they kind of have to do different things. Start with the medications and get into
Yeah.
some what they call minimally invasive glaucoma surgery.
Okay.
That's the way offenses approach McManus on the field. You can't contain him. You can't stop him. You just try to slow him down.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. At least in my mind, right? In my mind. So my mother recently had surgery on her eye, not recently, about a year ago, for the glaucoma to try to get the fluid out of her. It was it was unbelievable how they it's amazing
Yeah,
what you
it's
can
cool.
do with the eye. Like,
it's
you're
pretty
thinking
cool.
like it's so, and it is delicate, but when you're knocked out, you can really. I mean, they put some kind of drainage behind her
Yep.
eye. Is that something like you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
So
Kinda
we
like
make a device like that. It's a plate that gets sutured to the side of your eye, and there's a little tube that goes inside of your eye. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing about treating glaucoma is to try to bring the pressure of your eye down. So
Yeah.
you try to create new ways for all the fluid to come out, and
Okay.
that's hopefully what helps.
So you guys are based out of Cali, but is your
Yep.
territory around here? Do you have to travel? What's your,
So I'm the global director of education and training. So
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
based
cool.
here. I work out of my house here in Ponte
Nice.
Vedra Beach. Yeah,
Nice.
it's
gotta
fantastic.
travel.
Heck yeah.
I do travel a little bit. I'm heading out to India in November, and
Okay.
I've been to the UK and Switzerland in the past year. Usually, most of my travels are in the U.S.
Okay.
Our entire sales force is based here in the U.S.
Okay.
But we work with distributors and other surgeons around the world.
Wow.
And as we launch new products in different markets, sometimes there's need to go out there.
A lot of athletes go into medical sales or whatever, right? Why is it a good fit, do you think?
You know what? When I first got out of college, I didn't know what I wanted to do, like a lot of guys. And I had a friend who was in sales. He wasn't in medical sales, but he said that selling was the closest thing to competitive sports because of the competitive aspect of it.
Yeah.
Now, the medical side, I think a lot of it comes as we spend enough time in the training room that we get pretty interested in the human anatomy and how things work. So I'm guessing that's how it kind of goes with athletes and getting in things like pharma and medical device.
Okay.
But the competitive aspect is probably the biggest part. Yeah.
Well, as trial lawyers, we get to hit people in the courtroom. But go
That's
ahead.
right. With what? The
With
book?
questions. So,
It's
with hard questions. Yeah. You
Hit 'em with
did
the
order
law.
the code red, McManus.
That's right.
No
I
question.
would get contempt, I'm
Yeah.
sure. There's no doubt. All right, hey, football season's upon us. You
Yes.
played ball. You have a son that
did.
plays ball down in Ponte Vedra. How's PV going to be? We're no longer at PV, but how is Ponte Vedra going to be?
They're going to be better than they were last year. I
Are
think
they?
their
Okay.
defense is going to be fantastic. It looks like from their spring game that they've revamped their offensive playbook a little bit.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to do some more quick hitting plays, and
Good.
they got a lot of skill at the receiver position. They got a young quarterback who's developed a lot since the past year, and I wouldn't. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't brag about my son.
Yeah.
He's the left tackle, and
Oh,
he's,
nice.
Yeah, he's going to have a great season.
He's
He
a
committed to
four-star
Vanderbilt.
junior. You can say that.
Yeah, he's a four-star junior. So
Okay.
he's got 11 college offers right now, and
Okay,
probably-
real important
yeah.
question before we go. Does he listen to Dad? Dad's the former player. Does he listen to you?
he listens to Dad as long as the coaches say the same thing.
Okay, good. You're backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, I didn't play the position. So.
Great to have you.
Yeah,
man.
thanks a lot.
All the best, and thanks for being here. Appreciate
Yep.
it. Dan, you're always the
Seeing you.
man.
No, you are.
Let me know when we can do the show on the
Anytime
ship,
you
man.
wanna
We're
do the
ready.
show on the
You kidding
ship,
me?
man.
That'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
We'll have a big party, and then we can all
Absolutely.
crash
Same
on the
thing,
ship. Be awesome. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. All the best. All right. That'll do it for this time around here on The Horse's Mouth. If you like these kind of conversations, go check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe out there and be cool. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Of course, we're back at Tommy Mac's, back at the bar, and we're talking technology this time around. Our show brought to you by Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, the Wealth Advisory Team of Brusnutter and Ponte Vedra Beach, and new to the program, it's the Southern Grill right there on the South Bank. Go check them out. My buddy Joey Farah owns that restaurant. David Sillick from Tab Jacksonville is here. Dean Mechlowitz from Tech Risk is here. And Paul Cummings from Whole Cyber Human Initiative is here as well. Let's welcome in the panel. David, how are you, my man?
Great, Tommy.
Good to see you. Got your Jags gear on. Big night tonight, right? Hall of Fame night, Hall of Fame weekend. One of our own going in.
I think it's a wing night for us at home.
Oh, yeah. Wings and whatever.
Start the tradition.
No doubt. It's going to be a great night, right? At least the game, we'll see. But how about our own Tony Baselli? You've been there since the beginning. Tony Baselli getting in the Hall of Fame.
That's incredible. And, I grew up in that area, and it's been it was a childhood memory of visiting Canton.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it just, I get goosebumps when I think about walking through that area, and it's been such a long time since I've been back.
Oh, and there's more added, and the names are incredible, no doubt. Dean Mechlowitz, how are you, Dean?
Good, how you doing?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you doing? Everything good? Tell us about Tech Risk. What are you guys doing?
We look at cyber risk, technology risk for small and medium-sized businesses.
Okay.
These businesses are being left behind in the digital divide. The larger companies, they have lots of resources. We're really focusing on those companies that don't have resources, don't know where to start. So that's where we come in.
How do you determine small to medium in your world? Like, what is it, revenue size, or how do you employee size? How do you do that?
Yeah, great question. So typically less than 250 employees, less than 35 million in annual revenue.
Okay.
Probably a sweet spot for our business is 20 employees to 100. Though we've done businesses more than 4,000 employees, but really the people that have a lot of white space where they need a lot of help is that smaller.
Yeah. Security. I mean, we have every week, right? We're talking technology pretty much. I mean, security is absolutely huge, and it's great that you're taking care of the small to mediums, because, like you said, they're trying to just make their business run.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking over them, right? So when you talk technology, if you start spewing out terms, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And it's like Sanskrit, right? So people just don't know. So what we try to do is dumb it down is not the right word, but de-skill it. So what do I need to do to fix the business? And
to a linebacker, you can say dumb it down. It's okay. We understand.
So do you do training for their staff to understand where the risks are, what not to click on, what phone call not to accept?
Yeah, that's one piece of it, right? So cyber awareness training is certainly a piece of it. Phishing training is what that is. One not to click is part of it. But it's way broader than that, right? So the first step for any business is, where do you stand, right? So, for example, when you're doing email, there's a thing, this is getting tacky, excuse me for this.
That's okay.
Multi-factor authentication. That's when you have to approve the access on your phone. Number one thing you can do, but a lot of folks don't do it, right? They have lots of accesses that don't have it. And that's the number one way people get hacked, right? There's other things around. If you go to Starbucks, clicking on without a VPN is a problem, because you could click on something that's not valid. Right. And all of a sudden, all those access can be stolen. Right. So there's just small things that businesses can do that can have a big impact on what they do.
That's great. Well, thanks for being here, Dean. Paul Cummings is here. Hey, Paul. You're an original, brother. Aren't you? You're an original fan from 1995?
Circa 95 all the way.
Oh, yeah. You're a proud Jag fan, man. So am I. I'm looking forward to this year. You're in the cyber security world as well. Tell us about your company.
During my daytime, I do cybersecurity research and development.
Okay.
Right now, we're actually dealing with a lot of medical technology, Internet of Things devices, industrial Internet of Things devices that they're open.
Yeah. Like EMRs, we talk like EMRs, like medical records, like going after that, like
going after HIPAA.
There's a lot of information in those things. People love to get.
Yeah, taking a look at something as easy as like an insulin pump pin, the in pins. They have your data on there, and it's controlled by Bluetooth and an app.
Right.
So how can I breach that? How can I get that information?
Right.
But during the night, I started back in October. I started a whole cyberhuman initiative.
Okay.
Not being a real sports person, but I do watch sports.
Yep.
We're like the middle linebacker, right? So
I like it already.
We have so many hidden talent out there in the world that they're just getting left behind by the. My friend here can even say that the term gatekeeper for not having XYZ certification, this master degree, this PhD. So what we've done is we pretty much curated a 100-hour pipeline that's free to anybody around the world.
Cool.
And what makes it stand out is there's a lot of hands-on labs involved with it that they're not getting in these $5,000, $10,000, $12,000 boot camps. But it's a work in progress. We just got our 501c last week.
Okay,
so
cool. Okay.
Going to be starting a fundraiser on Monday.
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
What'd you bring us, man? What do we have here?
Actually, I brought in some of our swag. I'm obviously wearing one of our polos.
Yeah, heck yeah.
This was actually part of one of my dual marketing schemes. I'm not a business person, but this coffee, our swag, it's all curated by Proper Patriot. It's a veteran-owned organization that sells a lot of shirts and stuff like that.
Yep.
And when we approached them, we said, hey, we want to create a scholarship fund. And all of our sales for our coffee, our drinkware, our apparel, it all goes straight into a scholarship fund.
Great.
The great thing with the coffee is subscribe and save. So if you find a flavor you like, hit that button.
Yep.
And now you know blindly you're
and it's secure. You don't have to worry about it, right? And I'm assuming if these are for, our cyber techie friends, this is high-powered coffee, I would imagine. Keep them awake. Is that what we're talking about here?
It's no...
Am I drinking mud? What am I drinking here, man?
It's no aerial resupply Moab, or it's no Black Rifle or anything like that. But when you talk about like the light roast, like the Cyber Cowboy, light roast tends to be the more caffeinated because you don't cook a lot of the acid out of it.
Okay.
But each one of the flavors all have a specific name and story behind them.
Okay.
Like Cyber Cowboy is based on the 1984 graphic novel Neuromancer.
Okay.
Which was actually about a cyber cowboy.
Okay.
Who later actually became, it might have been what turned into the Matrix.
Whoa. All right. Cool. It's got some history, man. Well, I'm looking forward to trying that. I know you're a longtime fan, but Sully going into the Hall of Fame I know the fans are excited, man. It's just a great
first induction, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, first one.
Definitely.
He's the first one. It's fantastic. All right, Dean, what's real quick as we wrap, what's coming up down the road for you guys? I mean, you're trying to find more businesses. How can the Horse's Mouth help you?
Yeah, so we're selling across the U.S. and Canada right now.
Okay.
We've been through a VC funding round, so we're going to be doing some more funding eventually.
Okay.
So right now we're just trying to scale the business. We're looking for small and medium-sized businesses that need help. We working with accountants with their clients. We're working with insurance companies and carriers. We're working with law firms as well because all these folks, there's a cyber problem with them. So we're really just looking to scale the business.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, guys. All the best. Good luck with the coffee too, man. That's fantastic, and everything you're doing with the initiative and business. And it's always good to see you, brother. You know it. All right, that'll do it for us this time around. Hey, listen, if you like these kind of conversations, go check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.